Thank you for joining us for today's devotion. I'm Pastor Golden. I'm here at St. Paul Lutheran Church in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Today's devotion is from Matthew chapter 22, verses 34 to 46. But when the Pharisees heard that Jesus had silenced the Sadducees, they gathered together. And one of them, a lawyer, asked him a question to test him. "Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law?" And he said to him, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the great and first commandment. And a second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments depend all the law and the prophets." Now while the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them a question, saying, "What do you think about the Christ? Whose son is he?" They said to him, "The son of David." He said to them, "How is it then that David, in the Spirit, calls him Lord, saying, 'The Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I put your enemies under your feet'? If then David calls him Lord, how is he his son?" And no one was able to answer him a word, nor from that day did anyone dare to ask him any more questions. This started out as a legal deposition for Jesus Christ, and it ends up as a gospel lesson for the interviewers. Sometimes teachers, as they are teaching, end up learning more than they intended to. The best way to learn is to teach, they say. But these teachers, these Pharisees, were corrupt. The Sadducees, first of all, they didn't even believe in the resurrection. Jesus had already proved them wrong. So it was time for the next line of questioning. Those who doubt Christ now are not that different. Some people think that they have Jesus cornered and can disprove his very divinity or disprove his very existence. And these people will try to twist the words of the Bible to disprove God altogether. But as it turns out, no one knows the Bible as well as its great author. So I'd say to you out there who may be doubting, or those of you who are digging because you doubt, dig further. Keep digging. After all, if you were a real skeptic, you would go as far as to read the Bible every day. Maybe even go as far as learn the original languages. Compare the scriptures to other historical documents, and you will find out. And you will end up believing. There are no errors in the writings of Holy Scripture. There's nothing that can be disproven. Theories are just that. Theories. Jesus gives his interviewers the textbook answer, and completely correct. Love God, love each other. Then Jesus turns the tables, and yet does so not to slam the doubters back into their seats, but Jesus Christ, our Lord, pours the gospel upon them. The promised Christ, the coming Messiah, was known by the Pharisees to be the seed of David. Yet David calls this seed Lord. Jesus is Lord, the one promised, the one prophesied over the course of many centuries, well before this little interview took place. And in that very same generation, Jesus would die for the sins of the righteous, And Jesus would die for the sins of the Pharisees. Jesus would die for the sins of the Sadducees. And Jesus has died for the sins of all skeptics. I can look into this camera and guarantee to whoever's watching, Jesus died for you. Jesus forgives you. No strings attached. So keep digging, my friends, and you too will believe. And you will experience the peace. You will experience the comfort, the forgiveness, the joy, the grace and mercy of God. And the entire family of believers here at St. Paul Lutheran Church will gladly welcome you in anytime. In Jesus' name, amen.